everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Kelly. I am a lymphedema and cancer physical therapist. Today in this video, we're going to go through a light to moderate 10-minute exercise routine for core and hip strengthening and mobility. All of these movements will be done laying down, so you may want a mat, but you won't need any other equipment. This exercise routine is safe for most people to do as long as they have clearance from their doctor. This video is done in collaboration with Lymphy Strong's Move That Lymph group and fitness groups. And if you want to learn more about these groups, you can check out the links in the description box down below. Before we begin, make sure that you subscribe down below for weekly new videos. You can also follow along with us on Instagram, and you can check out our website for more resources. But other than that, find some space, find a mat, and we'll get started. So first what we're going to do is start by laying on our backs. We're going to do leg raises to start. So we're going to put one leg down in front of us, engage the core, make sure the back is flat and the pelvis is tilted. We're going to lift up and down. This is a nice gentle way to ease in for core engagement, but make sure that we keep our back nice and flat, that the back isn't arching up the entire time. We'll do a few of these. And then what we'll do is go ahead and switch to the other leg. Same thing, leg straight, pelvic tilt on, up and down, keeping that core engaged the entire time. Got a few more. And then what we'll do is go ahead and come back to the middle and reset. We're going to go into the next one. Make sure that pelvis is tilted back, and then keeping that engaged, we're going to allow our legs to fall out one way, back to the middle, and then the other way. You'll feel a stretch, but you still want to keep the core in control and the core engaged to make sure that we're activating these muscles. This is a great option to help with the lymphatic system, to make sure that we're stimulating the deep lymph nodes in the channels in our abdomen. And it's also safer for the back to keep that back nice and flat. Got a few more. If you need a little bit more stretch, you can spend more time on one side or the other. And we'll come back to the middle. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go into a bridge. So keep that back nice and flat, engage that core and that pelvis, and then keeping that engaged, then we'll lift up with our hips, squeezing from the hips and the glute, and then gently coming back down. So it's set the pelvis, engage the core, and then lift up. If we lose that, what tends to happen is we tend to just arch into our backs to lift, and that doesn't help the core. It also doesn't protect the spine. So pelvic tilt, and then only lift as far as your hips will go, and back down. You're welcome to hold for a few seconds at the top, but make sure that you're continuing to breathe in between. We'll just do a couple more. Good, two more. And last one, tilt and lift. And then go ahead and relax. Now what we're going to do is roll onto our side. We're going to be doing the clamshell, so keeping our feet stacked and our knees stacked to start. We're going to open up that top leg and then control back down. Our feet should remain together, and we shouldn't have to roll to open. You're just going as far as your hip will let you, and you'll feel this right on the side of your hip. Good. Okay, what we'll do is you can roll over. I'm going to flip this way so you can see. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So legs are stacked, leg up and down. Good, you'll feel this right on the side. You can pause for a second or two at the top and control on the way back down, making sure that we're isolating the side of the hip. Good, and then go ahead and relax. Next, we're gonna come up onto our hands and knees, making sure that our pelvis is engaged. We're not dropping in, we're not rounding out right in the middle. We're gonna bring the one leg up, we're gonna kick straight up towards the ceiling, up and down. Really feel like you're not arching into your back to do that. You're really coming from your glute muscle, and your core is remaining engaged and in control. Good, and then what we'll do is relax down, and same thing on the other side. Leg up, kick up, using your glute in the back of your thigh to do most of that work. Good, a handful more. Every once in a while, just check your core, make sure that you're not arching into that back. For the last couple. And then go ahead and put that leg down. We're going back to the other leg. This time what we're gonna do is one leg goes out, opposite arm will go out. We're gonna tap the elbow and the knee together and then come back out, reaching as you come back out. Reach with the hand, reach with the leg, in and out. If this is too much, you can put the arm back down and just do the leg if you need to. But making sure you're keeping your core engaged. We're gonna go ahead and switch. So opposite leg, opposite arm, tap the elbow and the knee, and reach. And extend out and back in. Okay, we have a couple more. And then go ahead and relax back down. We're gonna go back onto our backs. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to have that pelvic tilt down. We're gonna bring our legs up into this 90-90 position. Closer in is easier, out is harder, but make sure you keep your back nice and flat. Tap one heel down, come back up. Tap the other, back up. The core needs to stay engaged. The back needs to stay flat to the mat. If it starts to arch up, you've got to scale and bring your knees in closer for control. And continue to alternate, really focusing on your positioning with your core. If there's any strain in your back, we've got to come in closer, or you can put both feet down and just instead do alternating marching with that core engagement. We'll do a couple more. Then what we'll do, relax for a few seconds. We're going back into this position. Instead of doing the toe taps, we're going to do a bicycle. So instead of going up and rotating up and over, we're gonna stay back on our backs, so we're nice and flat, kicking straight out and coming back in. Kicking straight out, coming back in. Now, if this is too challenging, a couple options. Only go just a little bit and back in, or you can go a little bit higher and back in. That will make it a little bit easier than going all the way out. Everything should be based on if you're able to keep your low back nice and flat and your core engaged the entire time. Another scaling, again, is to be able to stay down and just march with one leg and then the other back and forth with that core engagement. Couple more wherever you're at. And then what we're going to do, go ahead and relax back down. We're going to go back to the side. And we're going to lift up into a side plank. So I'm going to use my forearm and my feet, lifting up from the side. If that's too much, keep your knees nice and down, nice and low, but make sure that you keep your hips up. So core engaged, staying, just holding this position wherever you're at. You're welcome to put your arm up as well, but you really need to make sure that you're lifting up those hips. Couple more seconds. And then relax back down. Go ahead and switch over to the other side. You can lift up whenever you're there. We're gonna do the same thing, either from your toes or from your knees. Lift up, really focusing on lifting up from that hip, nice and high. Keep it engaged. We got less than 10 seconds left here. And And then we're gonna finish back sitting up, but back on our back. What we're going to do, chest nice and tall, gently lean back. If you can hold your legs up, that's great. Otherwise, keep your legs down, arms up in front. Just hold this position. And if it's too much, either sit up a little bit, okay, or keep the legs down. If you feel comfortable, you can lift up. Whatever feels good, that you're not rounding into your back, that you're keeping yourself up nice and tall the entire time. From there, wherever you're at, go ahead and put your heels down, hands together, tap, twist to one hip, to the other, back and forth. Last 15 seconds. Make sure to keep moving. Back and forth, chest stays nice and tall. Hang on to wherever you're at. And then go ahead and relax. So that was a full 10 minutes. Some of them were moving pretty quickly, but you're engaging all muscles of the core and of the hip. It's an easy 10-minute little routine someone can do throughout the day that is low to moderate impact that will give you a nice, good burn for your muscles. If you want to see other videos similar to this with different exercises for strength or cardio or lymphatic flow or drainage, you can check out my playlist, which I'll link up above. And you can also check the description down below for further links. But other than that, thanks for joining me. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.